Yeah, famous chants of Nepal, Nepal, not ringing around the TU in Kathmandu, but here at Forfarshire in Dundee. Joyous scene. He hasn't changed much. He really hasn't. Maybe the one big call, and that might have been more made by the selectors than him, was no Kushal Malla for this tour. Arjun Saud, the other one to miss out from the last tour, that was the tour of Texas. But really, it's kind of maybe just the decision not to go with Lalit Rajbanshi was the surprising one. He put that down to conditions. I think that will change. I think he'll come in and play in the next game, to be honest. And no Anil Kumar Sah, who struggled on this preparatory tour of the UK. But really, this is kind of the tried and tested 11 that we would have expected.
Yeah, and that's interesting that we talked about the 52 players who took part in the, well, a sort of competition that was put together to see what depth was there in the country. They had 4 sides, 4 different colours. They mixed experience with young players coming through. And at the end of that, they've ended up with almost the same setup for the final 11 as they did before. And I'm sure that's not the to give him, Stuart Law, a real idea too of just the talent that is out there more broadly and what depth he's got to rely on as this league continues.
Cut away, but deep third will keep that to just a single. Yeah, there's one other subtle change, and that's the change of the fact that because Anil Sah's left out of the side, it means Kushal Bertel returns up the order. There was an experiment, and I'm not sure it was the most successful experiment of Kushal Bertel batting down the order. It feels like the man from Butwal is much more suited to playing up at the top of the order, where he'd basically played his entire career. But it started with the Tour of Canada, where they stuck him down at a variety of positions. He batted once at 4, once at 5, once at 6. And then I think he batted once at number 7 as well, if I'm right. So it was kind of a little bit of everything. Then he went to number 3. But if you look at his career numbers, highest score outside of opening the batting, just 29. Whereas he's made 1 century and 8 50s up at the top of the order, and he's got a phenomenal record in T20I cricket opening the batting. So that's the kind of the other subtle change. It might have been different if Anil Sah was playing, but it's back to the old reliables, Kushal Bertel and Asif Sheikh to open up. 5 have been bowled, 28 for none.
That's a really important tidy over from Sharif. Just 1 run coming from it, because they were really making hay and making mockery of everything we were saying about this pitch being difficult to get in on, because this opening pair for Nepal had just been making hay a little bit. But that's an important over full of dots from Sharif. Now, what happens at the other end? We've got a bowling change already. So McMullen proving to be a little bit too expensive. Jasper Davidson coming into the attack from the River Tay end, or the Nursery Road end.
Been told it is officially the Nursery Road
end. Oh, that's no
fun. You had your moment in the sun, Mel, but it's gone.
They can't stop me. I can say it.
Jasper Davidson has also had an interesting trip to the Barbers.
Well, he always does. No,
I'm not sure about that one.
He does.
His brother's in the squad now, isn't he?
Yeah, Ollie Davidson. So the two of them, who were born in Edinburgh, were both living. Their parents live near me in Birmingham, down in Harborne. Ollie in the squad, not in the team yet. I'd love to be playing together.
Worked into the leg side, was in the air, and just for a moment, only a moment, Asif Sheikh's heart will have been in his mouth. Did get the exact dimensions just there from the ground staff team. Just guide you through those. Out to that side towards the scoreboard there, 61 metres square, and only 60 metres out to the offside as we look now. It's straight down the ground. It's very big, particularly from this end of the ground, the Nursery Road end, because it's nearly 72 metres straight. And actually, if you look up to the corners, up to the top corner, 77 metres is the furthest dimension. So really, it's a nicely shaped inside.